Ted, I know that during your first run, you relocated to the Northeast with your first wife, and she didn't care for it. Did you and Mel ever consider making the move up to the Northeast with this huge opportunity that you now had at your fingertips?
No,
Why is that?
didn't have to. Didn't have to because I wasn't moving when I moved up there the first time. It was the New York territory, and the only towns that I was working were the towns in Massachusetts and all of the Northeast. That was the New York territory. The first time I went up there, that's what it was.
Hmm.
And so, I'm not, I'm not going to live in Atlanta, Georgia, and and do that. I had to get a place there. I had to get an apartment, and that's what I did. But by the time that Vince Jr. takes over, we're talking about a company that's going nationwide, and everybody, it was like when I first started, we had three. We were on 3 weeks. We'd do 21 days and do 21 cities, and then we go home for a week.
That's a lot.
And then Benny changed that. He said, "Okay, we're going to do it this way. You'll work 10 days on, and then you'll have 3 days off, and then you'll go back for 4 days, and then get 3 days off again." And so it would be 10, 3, 4, 3, 10, 3, 4, 3.
Pretty reasonable.
Pretty reasonable, but better obviously, uh, and and that's the way it was. But you could, I could live wherever I wanted to.
Yeah, I guess to your point now with Vince's national and global expansion, nationally it's just as easy for you to leave Mississippi or Atlanta or wherever you were living to go to wherever Oregon or Texas or wherever they were running. As
Your
you
first,
don't have to check in the Northeast.
yeah, your first flight out, you're going to be going to whatever city that tour's starting in.
Yes,
Yeah.
I got you. All right, Ted, last question, and then we're going to wrap this one up for now. Of course, we will continue the story, and we're going to get into all the vignettes that you shot and all the fun stuff along the way. So we're getting there, folks. I know a lot of folks are chomping at the bit, but for now, we'll leave this one here. Ted, I know now, and we all know now, that this gimmick was a complete home run. Couldn't have been any better for you in your career, the $1 Million Man. But at the time, all you had ever been in wrestling was Ted DiBiase. And now you're becoming the $1 Million Man. It represents a really big departure for you as a character and kind of your character approach whenever you're doing some of the behind the scenes things in interviews. So I say that to ask, was there any discomfort with the idea of taking on a big gimmick change like this?
Well, not really. I mean, because the only thing in terms of change would be uh, if I was cutting interviews about my opponents. That's not going to change. I mean, I'm a heel. I'm going to cut a heel interview.
Mm,
It was now though because I'm becoming this ultra rich character that I would throw money in there.
okay.
That I would. It's like I don't know. I can't think of anything off the top of my head that I would said, but it's kind of like or
In a nutshell, you're the same guy, but now you're just referencing how rich you are all the time.
yeah, yeah, exactly.